I'm going to show you this transaction data table, how to create a table for that. We have a pending this task for a couple of days because system was not working that time. Let me start today. Let's log on to your SAP ECC system. Then provide your transaction codes 11. Then create a table. So let's say I'm going to create Z transaction data table for 7 AM batch. Then click on create. So now it's going to ask you what is a table you want to create. I want to create transaction data table for 7 AM batch. The delivery class, it's going to ask you what type of table you're going to create. I said it is an application table. So this application table, either I can create as a master data or transaction data. I have option. Do you want to maintain or display this table? Yes, maintenance and display should be allowed for this table. When I go to the fields, then fields earlier we have used to create clicking on predefined type. We used to enter a field name and data type and length for master data table. Today I'm going to show you the different approach of creating the fields here. Of course I can create the same way for transaction data also. I can enter here. But I'm going to show you a different types of way by creating of data element. Can you see here there is a button called data element? If I click on data element, it will display the data element option here. So what is a data element? Let's see that. Let's say I'm creating ZPID. So product ID. So for every object, whatever you're going to create, I need to create one data element. This data element, why I'm creating? To enter the data types, I have to enter inside the data element. See, the data types are here, it's grayed out. It is not allowed to you enter anything. So this is a different types of approaching to creating a table here. So how? ZPID underscore, we already have a ZPID. Let's say I'm going to create ZPID 7. Okay, ZPID 7 underscore D. D stands for data element. Whenever you enter, automatically it comes with a link. So double click on this data element. Click on yes. It will ask you what is a package. Have you created a package? Yes. ZPack 830. Oh, we have not created any package here. Do you remember?
Yeah, Kiran, it's ZPack 7 AM.
7 AM, huh?
Yes, Kiran.
Fine, it is not taking, I don't know what is the package I have entered here. Okay, anyway, I'm taking a local package. You know what is the difference in between local package and your own package, right?
Do you mean local object in the sense $TMP?
Yeah, $TMP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had explained it.
Yeah. So if I say local package, I can create a local package also. Only thing is the objects are not transportable from one system to another system. From development to testing to production is not possible under $TMP. Okay, that is only the problem. That is a local package. Okay, now I'm inside the data element. Can you see here? This is a data element. I entered, this is a description. This is a product ID. Data element. Okay, so what is a domain? I need to create one domain to enter my data. Can you see data type and length? If you want to enter this, I need to create one domain. What is it? You can enter any name here for domain. For example, let's say that ZPID 7 underscore DM. DM stands for domain. Double click on it. It will go inside the domain. Okay. Again, it is asking package. Select local object. Do you want to create a domain? Yes. I am inside the domain. Now enter. This is a product ID. What is the data type? Data type is char. Okay, You can enter whatever this, like, quantity or currency or char, whatever you want, you can enter. Okay. Char. Then enter, this is what is this number of length. I want to enter a product IDs of 5. Once you've done this one, then you need to start clicking on save first. It is asking a package again. Yes. Then activate. Whenever you activate, it is asking that you are activating the domain. Yes. Continue. Whenever you activate the domain, click on back button. It comes to the data element. Under the data element, save it. Again activate. If you activate again, it says you are activating data element. Yes. Okay. Once you've done this one, click on back button. Now I got my data type and length and description. The same way I'm going to create, for example, let's say that quantity Z quantity 7. I need to enter a data element Z quantity 7 underscore data element. Very simple. Double click on it. Do you want to create a data element? It's going to ask you a question. Yes. Enter here. What is this? Product quantity. And what is the domain? Z quant7 underscore data domain. Double click on it. Save before editing. Yes. Select your package. Yes. Do you want to create a domain? Yes. What is the domain? This again. Product quantity. Then what is this product quantity? This is a data type quan. Okay. Then what is the length? Length I can give what is the quantity. Let's say I'm going to give for 2 digits or 3 digits or 4 digits. Maximum 4 I'm giving. Then save it. Yes. Activate. Do you want to activate domain? Yes. Go back. Activate again. Do you want to activate data element? Yes. Go back. My data element quantity is ready. Okay. Once you're done for quantity, what is the next one we have? Sales. Z sales 7. Z sales 7 underscore data element. Enter this. Application specific. Yes. Do you want to create data element? Yes. This is a sales amount domain. Z sales 7 underscore domain. Double click on it. Yes. Do you want to save? Package. Save. Do you want to create the domain? Yes. Okay. What is this? Sales amount. What is the quantity? Quantity is currency. What is the length? Length is 5 digits. Once you've done this one, by default decimal will take 2. Currency field it has taken. Then what I need to do? Activate. Save. Continue. Go back. Activate. You want to activate data element? Yes. Continue. Go back. Sales is done. Then what is next? Profit. Z profit 7. Z profit 7 underscore D. Open it. Do you want to edit? Yes. Specific. Continue. Do you want to create data element? Yes. Sales profit. Z profit 7 underscore D. Double click on it. Save existing before. Save. Do you want to create a domain? Yes. Under domain, I need to enter sales profit. What is the data type? Sales profit. It should be currency again. It is a currency only. Okay, then what is the length? 5 digits. Okay, decimal will take 2 automatically. Activate, save on package, continue on activation, go back, activate, continue on activation, go back. So once I create my key figures for quantity and sales, which I am using a currency and unit, I need to create a unit also. Then what I'm doing, Z unit 7. In a BW we used to give 0 unit. The same thing I'm doing here. Z unit 7 underscore DE. Enter here. Double click. Yes. Create a data element. Yes. Then say it is a unit of measure. What is this? Z unit 7 underscore DM. Double click it. Yes. Save on package. Do you want to create a domain? Yes. Here, description, unit of measure. Then enter. What is a unit of measure? I'm going to enter unit. When I enter unit, you need to enter some number of characters. It is not required, it is an option because automatically we have entered. Just you need to enter a unit of measure. Then activate. Save on package. Activate this. Okay, number of positions are 2. Let's give 2. Okay, go back. Activate. Go back. My unit is done. Z. Then I need to create currency key. Then what I'm doing here? Z enter currency 7. Then say Z currency 7 underscore data element. Double click on data element. Domain, enter. You want to save before editing? Yes. Package, save it. Okay. So currency key figure we already, I think somebody has already created a DM. ZDM we have selected. Okay, if you want to create, you can create your own. That is called data type is CUKY and the number of digits we have given maximum is 5. It will automatically take. Then activate this, go back, then activate this, yes, come back. Once you're done here, I have created my key figures and unit of measure and quantity. Then I need to go to currency / quantity fields. Then I need to specify what is your reference table. I am creating a table called Z transaction data 7M table. What is your reference field for quantity? Quantity, I have created a reference field called unit 7. What is your reference field for currency? Currency, I have created a field called 0 CURRENCY 7. This is what we created here. You need to copy this and paste it here. For unit, where I created here for quantity. So you need to mention what is the reference fields for your quantity and the currency fields. Once you've done this, click on activate. Once you click on activate, it is going to ask you what is your data type or data class. What type of data table you want to create? I want to create a transaction data table. Then what is a code here? APPL1. If it is APPL1, it stands for transaction data table. What is the size category? How many records you want to enter? I want to enter maximum 18,000 records. Then select 0. 0 is size category. Okay. Expected data records from 0 to 18,000. Once you've done this one, save it, go back, then you can continue, then you can start activating. What is errors again? Specify primary key. Okay, I need to specify a primary key for this field. We forgot to specify. Product ID is a primary key. Now activate. Enhancement category or table type is missing. So what I can do here, go back here, click on any utility, any extras, then select enhancement category. Select can be enhanced for character type or numeric type of data. Enhancements are allowed. Okay, now activate. You don't get any errors here. Now your table has been created. This is how you create a transaction data table. See, please remember, this is not your job as a BW consultant. In real time, you're not going to create any tables. The tables will be created by the ABAP team. Okay, there is a separate team who will take care of this one. But for understanding or knowledge purpose, we are learning how to create a table also. Once you create a table, we need to enter the data into the table manually. That is called go to utilities, table entries, create entries. Once I create entries, it's going to ask you what is your product ID. I'll say P1. What is the product quantity? Quantity is 10. Sales amount is 2000. Sales profit is 5000. Unit of measure is kg. Currency is INR. Save. Okay, I got error. It's taking problem with the format. Unit of measure. I have given 2 length. Product quantity. Somewhere we have given extra additional information. Entry too long. Enter in the format. Which entry is too long? Where we entered a 5. We entered a 5 for sales amount. We have not entered anything. Okay. What is the quantity? Quantity is 4. Sales is currency 5. 2000 is a 4 digits, right? Yes, it is okay. Profit is 5000. That's again 4 digits. Unit is 2. Yeah, kg is 2 is okay. Currency is currency key entered 5 digits has taken automatically. Everything is perfectly fine. Then what is the problem here? Something is just too long. Quantity is quan, currency is cur, unit is units. Create entries. This is a primary key. Enter P1. Quantity is say 5. Sales amount is 500. Say 200. Say kg. Say INR. Now it is created. Somewhere we are entering. Okay, it's taking totally 4 digits. We entered a 1 digit extra here, sales amount. That is a problem. Okay, now go back here. Go back here. You can display. Click on contents. Execute. You can check the data. This is how you create the transaction data in a table. Okay, so let's create one more record, then I can load this data. Write this table of entries, go create, let's say product ID P2, quantity for example 5, it is a 900, then it is a 100, let's say kg INR. One more, P3, quantity is 8, kg INR. I have a 3 records. Go back, click on content, execute. I have 3 records. So now what we need to do, we have to load these 3 records into SAP BW. So if you want to load these 3 records, first thing is what? You should have this. Well, first thing is what we need to do, we need to create a data source. Okay, let's create a data source in a R by 3. SAP R by 3. How do we create a data source? What is the transaction code? RS02. It is asking what type of data source. I'll say I want to create a data source for transaction data 7 AM. Okay, click on create. Have we created a data source? We loaded a master data into BW?
Yes, Kiran, yesterday we had loaded master data.
Okay. Okay, great. Then I'll show you how to load a transaction data. Okay, here application component, for example, I have so many application components under SAP R by 3. If you say SAP R by 3, these are all application component here. So expand this, application components will be named off with the modules. For example, let's say that I want to load this into MM module. So then what I can do, select MM. Okay, double click on it. Then this data source will be created under MM module. You need to remember what is a data source technical name. Okay, so how do I remember this? This is Windows 8 is a really big problem. It's a bit confusing. Where is what? How to find out? Oh my God, we need to do this much. Okay, this is my data source. Remember, we need to remember all these things. Okay, now enter data source for transaction data loading. Okay, copy this, paste and paste. And what is the table name? I don't remember my table name. Open new session. Go to F7. What is the table name? ZTD 7 AM. This is my table name. Come back here. Please remember the data source, whatever I am creating, that is called generic data source. Generic data source or generic extractor. Generic extractor stands for it is created by the BW consultant. So whenever I create a data source, it doesn't have any data. So I need to link the data. Where is the data? The data is in the table. So what I'm doing, I'm linking the table in the data source. This is my table. Once I enter this one, click on save. What happens is it will create extract structure. It will create extract structure. Can you see this extraction structure has been created in between your table and data source. Now it is asking what are the fields you want to use from this table. I want to use all of them. Okay, click on save. Once you're done, it will come back automatically here. So what happened? Data source has been saved successfully. It has been created. Then what I need to do, once it has been created, save this one. Okay, then go back. So my data source is ready. Once your data source is ready, then what I need to do, I have to check whether the data source has been created or not. Where? RSA 6. It is called post processing of your data source. Where I have created under material management. Go to material management. What is your data source? It is ZDS underscore something TD, right? TD and 7 AM. Yes, it is here. ZTD 7 AM. If you see here, if it is not displaying for you, I am marking this. This is a data source which we have created. Okay, my data source is created successfully. Then what I need to do, I need to extract the data. What is the transaction code? RSA3. That is called extractor checker. Now I need to enter my data source technical name. It is not a data source. This is a data source. Copy this, paste it. Click on extraction. It will extract the number of records. How many records it contains? 3 records from the table. To see the data in a data source, click on list. it contains one packet. Double click, it will display whatever the data we have entered. Once you're done, this is a complete. This is a part we have to do in a R/3 side. Then you have to log on to BW. Once you log on to BW, then what I need to do? First, I need to create these info objects. Okay, let's log on to BW. First, I need to go RSA 13 transaction code. What I need to do on RSA 13? First, I need to check what is my ECC system connection. Right click on it, check. The connection is okay. So first I need to go to info object. I need to create some info object. What is the info object I need to create? For example, right click on this, create info area. I'll say info area underscore 7 AM, info area for 7 AM batch. Okay, I have here. Then right click on this, create info object catalog. What is info object catalog? IOC underscore char 7 characteristic IOC. Press enter. I want one characteristic. PID is there. That is a primary key. Okay, then activate. Go back. Then right click on this info object catalog. Then create info object. I'll say this is a ZPID 7. I'll say product ID. What is the product ID I have taken? Characteristics. How much I have taken? For example, let's say 5 digits. Activate. Go back. Now right click on info area, create a key figure info object catalog. I'll say IOC underscore KF7 KF key figure catalog for 7 AM. Then I need to select key figure. Click on create. Then click on activate. I have my key figure info object catalog. Then let's start creating key figures. What are the key figures you want? Whatever key figures are there in the data source. What key figures it has? It has, for example, Z quantity, right? Z quantity 7. I'll say quantity. What is a quantity? I'm selecting quantity is a quantity and it is a 0 unit. Okay. Then activate. That is my quantity. Then create one more. What is Z sales 7? What is this sales revenue? Okay. It is amount. I'm entering 0 currency. Enter 0 currency. Press enter. Then click on activate. Then create one more. Z profit 7. What is this? Sales profit. Enter. This is also amount. What is this? 0 currency again. Then activate. So I have my key figures are ready now. Then what I need to do? Just press F3. Then what I need to do first? I need to get my data source. How do I get my data source? The transaction code is RSDS. Go to RSDS. Enter your data source technical name. What is your ECC system? You don't remember? Browse this. This is my ECC source system. Once you enter your data source and ECC source system, click on data source menu, start replicating the data. Okay, then click on continue, create, continue. Data source replicated. Now I need to go to RSA 15 /n RSA 15. Go to RSA 15 under data sources. What is your data source? You have to first check. Go to source system. Right click on source system. Check the source system first. Double click on the source system. It will enter inside. So under which application component I have created this? I have created an application component called material management. Then select material management, expand this. Then there is an option called ZDS underscore TD 7 AM should be there. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay, come on, come on. Yes, here it is. This is my data source has come. Double click on it. Click on change button. Then click on activate. Then my data source is activated. Once my data source is activated, rest of all same. What is I need to do now? I need to create my data target. What is your data target for transaction data? Sureka, what is the data target for transaction data?
DSO or InfoCube, students?
Very good. DSO or InfoCube. I am creating InfoCube. Okay. Under this InfoCube, I am creating only one dimension. I have, what is that? Product dimension. Because I have only one characteristic. Okay. So one you have a product dimension, then I can right click on this, insert direct input, then what I can say ZPID 7. Okay, then I can say, since I have only one object, I can say it is a line item dimension. Continue. Then what is the key figures I have? Insert key figures is going to be Z QTY 7. Oh, it's end. If you enter, it is coming out. Okay. Z sales 7, Z profit 7. Now enter. I have my quantity, sales and profit. So I have not unit will automatically come here. I have not taken time. Then what I am doing? I am activating this. Once you done activation, then what is the remaining steps? I have my data source, I have my InfoCube. What is the remaining steps? Sai. What is the remaining steps, Sureka? Once you have your data target InfoCube and data source is ready. Next is what?
Transformation.
Create transformation. In between what? In between your data source and your InfoCube. What is my data source here? My data source is my ECC client. Okay. My data source is this and source system is ECC client. Then click on continue. Then it is not mapped because we have not done any mapping here. Then enter this. Quantity is quantity. Sales profit is sales profit, and profit sales is sales. Okay, profit is profit. See, automatically 0 unit quantity is mapping automatically activates. Once it is done, go back here. Then what I need to do? Go to data source, right click on data source, create info package, IPAC for ECC data loading. Press enter. Go to schedule tab, click on start. Okay, data has requested. Then go back. Right click on data source, create final step. What is final step? DTP. It's very simple. Once you come to the BW, rest of all same. In R/3 side, you have to do only 3 steps. BW side, you have to create a target, then you need to call the data source, create a transformation, info package, DTP. These are all common. I am clicking on execute. When I click on execute, do you want to display the request monitor? Yes. Okay. Now what happens? I have a all green. Click on administer data target. It says 3 records has been loaded. Where? Into InfoCube. Where is your InfoCube? This is my InfoCube. Click on contents. Click on selection, field selection for output. Product ID, currency, unit of measure, execute. This is the data. Can you see the data? This is how you load the data into InfoCube from ECC. Clear, guys? Any questions?
Yeah, Kiran, in the BW side, can I change the package name like from $TMP to any user-defined package name?
In a BW side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible you can change, but you have to inform to your basis guys. They'll create.
Okay.
That
And,
will be taken care.
it,
Even in a ECC side also, you are not going to create a package in real time.
Okay.
You don't have access. It will be created by the basis people. They will tell you what package you have to use.
Okay.
Because we don't have any, even in real time, you don't have access to all the transaction codes in a BW side also.
Okay. And is there any advantage over creating the fields on predefined type rather than on data element directly, Kiran? Because this is so lengthy process. What you have done today.
Generally, I'm telling you again, we don't create a customized objects every time. Very rarely we use customized objects. Most of the time we use a predefined only. But why we are learning a customization object? The reason because in a training you should know how to create.
Okay.
That is the only reason we are learning. Otherwise we will always use predefined only. Predefined anybody can use, but everybody not aware of how to create that, right? That's the reason we are learning how to create.
Yes. Okay. And what is the domain, Kiran, in that context, domain field also we have created, no? What is the meaning of domain here?
With domain, we have to specify the data type and length of this particular object.
Okay. So it will be stored under that domain name. Whatever the field we are creating, its properties.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. Any other questions?
Kiran. Yeah. No, Kiran, thank you.
Okay. Chalo, thank you very much. Please practice this. We'll meet tomorrow.